hard enough losing a pet.
So imagine the grief when you think that the cremation arrangements have gone wrong. NBC4's consumer investigator Randy Mack is here with the story. Randy?
That's right. It's one of these situations where this industry actually falls into a gray area. The pet owner actually tried to get some help when she thought that something went wrong in this case, but she quickly learned that there's nowhere to turn.
My dogs are all part of, the family. My whole life really is revolved around my dogs.
And losing one never gets easier. For Hillary Levy, the loss of Wesley last fall was especially tough. And it was even more traumatic when Hillary suspected Wesley's cremation remains weren't his.
I immediately went back to the vets and said, no, this is not Wesley.
Here's why Hillary thought that. Her dog Winnie, a 26-pound Cocker Spaniel, died a year earlier, and her ashes weighed 6.5 ounces. But Wesley's ashes, a 12-pound miniature pinscher, weighed 8. Both dogs were privately cremated, meaning they were cremated individually. Hillary doesn't understand how Wesley's ashes could have weighed more than a dog's twice his size.
They had given me the wrong ashes.
The cremation facility insists the ashes are Wesley's. Hillary doesn't believe that, but there's nowhere she can turn for help because the pet cremation industry isn't regulated. No oversight, no record keeping, no protocol, nothing.
Unfortunately, not everyone follows, the level of procedures and business practices that need to be done.
Donna Sugart-Bethune runs a nonprofit dedicated to improving the industry. She leads a group of 250 owners of pet cremation facilities who've agreed to follow strict protocols during the cremation process. The most important, the tracking and IDing of pets, so pet owners have no doubts. Unlike Hillary.
That's probably the biggest hurdle that we face in trying to, really make sure the pet parent feels comfortable.
The facility that cremated Hillary's dog Wesley is not a member of this nonprofit. That only bolsters Hillary's doubts. But she hopes other pet owners learn from her heartbreak.
I'm just devastated over this whole thing.
All right, before choosing a pet cremation facility, you might want to check and see if they're a member of that nonprofit. Now, that way, you at least know that they've committed to following certain guidelines, and if you suspect that something went wrong during the cremation process, they'll investigate it. You'll find a link to them on our website, and if you have a consumer problem you can't resolve, I've got your back. Just go to NBCLA.com/Randy and fill out our form.